and then somehow, they got her back and brought her and said, Joe, you're going to have Kamala on the ticket there if you're going to be president.
Right.
And, she would be the ultimate diversity hire at that point, becoming president because Joe Biden winning the presidency. It would be the ultimate. What did you do to get here? That ultimate group project. The guy that showed up and didn't do any work ended up getting an A2.
Yeah, it's like if you're watching Succession, it's the oldest brother that just somehow just comes in and wins, and that's the mentality that we have to walk into. I think that would be a really good thing for Trump to run with, is that it's not Trump versus Biden in November. It's Trump versus President Kamala Harris. I would put President Kamala Harris everywhere if I was part of their campaign supervising. So
she's extremely unlikable.
She has the worst ratings any vice president has ever had. I saw them as low as 17. I didn't even know it could get that low.
Yeah.
So no one in her own party likes her. They haven't done much with her. They put her on these very menial tasks, but
try to keep her out of sight, out of mind almost.
They try. Every single solitary time she talks, it goes viral. So they're not really even doing a good job with that either. But
yeah, the biggest thing I think, the biggest exposure she had was they had named her the border czar, remember? And then she flew to like Europe and said that she's been to the border before.
She said, "Don't come to Venezuelans."
Yeah,
she said, "Don't come here." It was very encouraging, dude. She's she's something. That was quite when he nominated her as his VP. I knew that we were probably looking, if he ever were to get into a second term. I did think that near the end of his first term, she would resume.
I did as well.
I was going to go to it.
I remember running a poll and asking people, would Biden make it all the way to the end of this term? And it was overwhelming. People said no. There was no way he was going to make it, and he's surprised me. He's making it to this last year here that he's in, but I don't see him. If he were to win, I don't see him making a full term this next time, based off the cognitive decline that we've seen in just the last year.
I would be interested to see. It would be interesting to see them get a hold of a cognitive test. They would never do it.
No.
They would never allow it.
Not at all. But they would never allow something that would be that damaging to the regime to be able to get out there.
No, but Trump did it. Trump took one. And shared all of his health records and did everything. By the way, I love that happened post like the tax requests, and it's just so Trump to send out like all of your health and your cognitive tests while Biden is the president. But you just can't make that stuff up, man. President Kamala Harris. Hope to God we never see it. Ugh.
No, I don't ever want to see that. That would be pretty terrible. That would be pretty terrible.
Think of the nominations to cabinet. Like, think of the executive orders, not only now, and we'll get into RFK a little bit and why he thinks Biden is such a threat to the democracy. I'm going to take over for you. But yeah, think about who she brings into that. Think of the AOCs. Think of the people that she starts nominating to serious positions within the country. I mean, it would be a devastating effect, and not just from the Oval Office, but wherever it matters. I mean, goodness gracious, you got Pete Buttigieg as the Department of Transportation right now. I didn't think it get any worse. And then you hand it over to Kamala Harris, and you will shortly see how it can get so much worse.
I almost ratioed him over on Twitter. One of his posts about the bridge, and we're going to talk about the bridge here in a bit, but about the bridge, I said the only qualification that was needed for this position was to be gay.